So this is my second painting of the night, and this one, in my head, who knows how it's going to go. So I'm doing nature-inspired pours tonight, and the first one, I loved it, came out great. I wanted to try something different. So what I've got is two 10 by 10, 12 by 12s, butted up against one another. You can see one is painted, the edges are painted in black, and the other one, the edges are painted in white. That's all I've done. I put a little water on the bottom of them to prep them. This is my cup. I'm going to do a traveling puddle pour. Yeah, you'll see. And let's talk about the colors. So I made a nice magenta. Actually, you know what? No, I don't like the magenta. It was too purpley. So I'm going to use the crimson that I made. It's Crimson Liquitex Basics, or no, I'm sorry, Artist Loft Crimson. 2 parts Floetrol, 1 part paint. I mixed a little bit of the Liquitex Basics Cadmium Red, orange hue, or sorry, cadmium orange, red hue light with a little bit of the crimson to make this nice orange color, which I'm really happy with. I've only got a little bit left of this, the Apple Barrel Gloss Indoor Real Yellow. This is 1 part paint, 1 part Floetrol. So I mixed up a little bit of my bright yellow, which is Liquitex Basics, 2 part paint, 1 part Floetrol. This one I had a little accident with my water, so it's a little thinner than I would have liked, but it'll do. I like that it's a brighter yellow. So I wanted more yellow. I like the yellow. I love when I'm driving by, I love the yellow of the trees, the maple trees. And then just a little bit of the multi-surface Apple Barrel Satin Mountain Forest green paint, because my trees are a little bit green. And then I've got, and for my base coat, the black is just a plain Artist Loft black, 2 parts paint, 1 part Floetrol, or sorry, 2 parts Floetrol, 1 part paint, and then Liquitex Basics Titanium. I do have this amazing bronzy color that I'm going to drop in as well, because you know our trees, they get leaves on them and they turn brown and it's in different spots. So I'm going to dibble dabble some of that in. That is a mixture of 3 different paints, trying to make a bronze for another piece. So again, all I've done, and in my head I'm thinking like daylight savings. We're going to this, like, in the morning I used to go in and it was very, very dark, and now it's very, very light, and now at home I used to be coming in, it was light, and now it's very dark. And so I'm struggling with the whole light color, yes, time change. And so I'm actually going to, before I do the pour, put black and white in the middle together, and hopefully it'll kind of mesh. So if there's 4 trees that I pass by in the morning, there is silicone liquid wrench sprayed into the inside of my cup just to get it to come out better. And the first tree I come across is bright red. So, bright red it is. And then the next tree, and I'm going to add a little bit of the brown in there. I do have the Palmer's coconut oil formula. It's got the dimethicone in it. That's what I use. I poured in that. It doesn't come out nicely in that. So add a little bit of the brown. I've changed my mind. I'm going to add some of the magenta just for a little purpley tone to it. Not a lot, just a little bit. Right there with this. Okay. I'm going to do 2 drops. 1, 2. Okay. And then the next tree is yellow and orange and green. So I'm going to get rid of the rest of this yellow. And I love putting my paints back into the bottle because I find this is so user-friendly in terms of paint application. And I don't feel like I'm wasting very much. It's dead. I mean, it's... So time to put a little bit more of the brighter yellow in there. Okay. And then, again, this tree is orange, yellow and orange, so looks like my orange is thickened up a little bit. It'll be okay. I'll add a little water to it. And it gets, you know what? I don't want to put some the green and the orange next to each other. I've been dilly-dallying with when I don't want to put colors right next to each other, I actually put a layer of Floetrol between them. So this next tree is going to be yellow and green, and I want it to kind of have a little bit of separation. I don't want my green to muddy. So I don't mind if it muddies with the yellow, but I don't want it muddying with my orange. So that layer of Floetrol is just enough to get a little bit of separation. And then my yellow. Yeah, I'm getting heavy with the yellow. And just a skosh of the orange. Because I know you guys know what I'm talking about. The trees. They are changing. A skosh of the brown right on top of that orange. And my final tree is red. I'm going to put just a skosh of the magenta. So that's my cup. It's only got 2 drops of the coconut milk in it. Haven't mixed them in. Yes, the cup was coated in silicone, but that was it. Well, let me put a little more of the bronzy. Why not? Okay. So now it's time to move this out of the way in case I bump it. Bump it, bump it. All right. So I really, ooh, that's nasty. Good thing I caught that. I don't know about you guys. I'm a teacher, and that first day back, the Sunday was great, I have to say. I mean, Sunday, extra hour sleep, going in for church on Sunday morning. It was a good day. Monday at school. Woo-wee! It was like it was a full moon. And I know there are people who claim that there's no scientific fact to the fact that full moons affect students. They are wrong. And they are dead wrong. I think if you look at referral data and the like, and so I'm not being really precise with this. I just, because it'll move around once I just want to kind of get it kind of started there so that so that you know they go together. You know? All right. And the pour. I'm going to start on the white because I see a puddle of silicone, and I don't want that silicone to be the first thing that hits my canvas. All right, and then I'm gonna ooh, wow, look how much has come out of there. That's what I love about that. I hate the smell of it. And then I'm gonna go all the way around while it kind of melds into its life. Okay. I'm a little worried about having all this blank space. I'm working on more negative space, and I don't know if I'm necessarily like succeeding at it, but I'm working on it. A little nervous about how little black I've got, but make it work. I've got to pour more, mix some more in a minute so I can finish this in that negative space. I will. Alright, well, I'm going to put the lid on it and turn it upside down, and then torch and move it. Shouldn't have blown that one. All right. I think I'm going to move it. I'm going to pour it, smoosh it. I'm liking some of the cells that I'm getting, and I really like them after I blow them, but I really want to move some of this paint around a little bit more, and I don't want to make like stupid mistakes. So sorry, I'm trying to make it so you can see what I'm doing there. All right, I've got to stop. I'm just going to have to blow and fill in. Actually, I've got white all over these fingers, so I'm going to fill in here. Where's my white? You know, I saw someone who didn't put down a base coat beforehand, and they did it with an intentionality to, because they liked the way the paints flowed into each other and moved around. And they did the same kind of thing that I just did. And I thought I'd try it tonight to see because I really like their end result. I liked the texture that they received, that they got. And I think I just needed to actually do a puddle. You know, you tried too many things. And I love the black and white across here. I'm going to have to do some at the top, but there we go. At least my painting is not going to be just blank canvas. That's what I was concerned. I'm like, no. And I will make some more black and fill that in just a minute. But I'm going to pour the other piece, move it around just a little. Make sure that these are lined up before I hit it with a straw again. And I'm just gonna, I'm loving the texture that's in this and the movement. The green was way lighter in this than the previous, and especially that green is so dark. So it mixed in a lot with the green, or with the yellow. All right. There we go. Said I really just want to make sure that, like, you know that they go together. Bump up together. Really? All right. That's good enough with the black and the white. Move this. Actually, I'm really pleased with the movement on this. I'm just gonna fill in. This one I'm gonna give a little bit more. Nudging to. Oh yeah, that's nice. It almost looks like fire or a dragon on this side. My daughter played the French horn. I should probably have her come out. I think she's probably got way better lungs than I do. Well, it looks like I may not have to mix any more paint as long as I can get it to all kind of fill in together. I should be okay. I'm really digging this, can I just say? This is where I wish I had an airbrush. All right, I think got that spot right there to fill in. And then a little bit more with plain white in this area. but I'm not going to bore you with the details. I think I am just going to take a still afterwards, especially after it's dry, and take you down for some close-ups.